venerated elders, our indigenous mothers and fathers, keepers of the flame of our timeless origins. On every part of our Mother Earth, we bow to you in homage. You of the deep forests, you of the sand dunes and snowy glaciers, you of the high mountains and lush valleys, you of the steppe and savanna and ocean shores, you who have safeguarded the secrets of life from the ravenous greed of modern man through the tumultuous tides of time. Oh, beloved elders, we kneel before you in prayer. With reverence we beseech you. As this year of alienation and disease ends, teach us to live as you always have, connected at all times to our source. Teach us the dignity of living in awe of nature, in joyful surrender to the wisdom of Mother Earth, in reverence to the elements and minerals that constitute and sustain us, in service to all our siblings that fly and hop and crawl. Oh, noble elders, keepers of Mother Earth, we are tired of man-made destruction and inhumanity. We seek your timeless wisdom with humility. Show us the way to come home to our true humanity, to rediscover our indivisible unity, to live as you do in oneness with nature, to co-create home on earth for all life. To you we pray.
Seeds.Live and a very happy new year 2021 from 6 million Tibetans, me and Rama and the home of humanity. Seeds.Live Karirawe kowe shingamna pena dewa malu juwene Jeresiwa tenzi jazo yishabe side batu tengyuru jigs. souls. En le haut, cheta tobe kala, tori genza sujalas. Ugen shere tare kala, menzi yola tenjala. Shejin chumbul hayados.
Thank you, Loten, for starting our performance, which is dedicated here at Home for Humanity, an homage, a tribute to our indigenous elders and to the youth and to all in this one united earth. Thank you, Loten, for starting us with this powerful prayer. We have combined poetry, song, prayer, and stories of elders and of young, dedicated to all of nature, to honor this moment of the passing of the year. And I now start with a prayer, an homage to our indigenous elders. The fire of the ancient future. We, the indigenous, the people of Mother Earth, we have paid the price for your relentless pursuit of profit. Come, let us light the holy fire and sow the seeds of life together so this time of division and separation may end and a new era may begin of humanity, living in unity with all life on this earth, our shared and sacred home. Come, light the fire in each of your homes and in your hearts.
This is a song of nature, the beautiful nature of Tibet that once was. Kamba lamuzene lesa jeguna, maji pele shinje lamuzene shuchos.
With the women, and I would hold them and listen to their stories. Until one day I realized, alone we will not achieve anything, but juntos, together, there is much that we can do. So we all started coming with our thermos and sitting together and sharing our stories. That is how ANFACEP was born, the Asociación Nacional de las Familias Desaparecidos. We all came together to organize ourselves, to put together the facts and figures of how and when and where they stole our children. When we last saw them, we were collecting what you call evidence for one day, the justice to be done. So we will record the truth, and we will get back our sons, our daughters, our husbands, our brothers. Our numbers grew, our strength grew too. Even the president came when there were going to be democratic elections, and he said, "Vote for me, I will give you reparations, I will put your photographs in the National Museum. All your children will be returned." We know the promises of our politicians. So that is why we created our own Museo de Memoria, with all of our artifacts from our cosmovision, together with all the records and memories of our children stolen from us. Our struggle has been very long and very hard. I was a young woman when it began, and now look at me, past 80, close to the doors of heaven. Finally, when I was 82, the government gave me the news of my son, where he was kidnapped, how he was tortured, and how his body was discarded. That day we could do the rituals so that his soul could find peace and take its place with the stars in our cosmovision. That day I knew I could also leave Mama Nature here on earth to join Father Sky and the Great Spirit and the spirit of my son. Yes, we, the women, the indigenous elders, the mothers, we are keeping the memory of the past alive for the future. We are ANFACEP, the Asociación Nacional de las Familias Desaparecidos. Thank you. And always remember, juntos we can achieve what we can never achieve alone. We would lie under the stars because our grandfathers had taught us all the constellations and the movements of the skies. In the nights, we would sit around the fire while they told us stories of our ancestors. When the sun would rise, we would tether our sheep and take our school bag and go running to school. But then that all changed. When the extremists, the Al-Shabaab, took over our province. My father was against them, so they killed him. We never even saw his body. After that, my mother was very scared. What would happen to us young boys? I was only 13, my brother was 15. We would be recruited by the militants, or we would be taken by the government to shoot and kill our own people. She did not want us to ever lift a finger to harm anyone. She wanted us to preserve our traditions for future generations. So she packed up whatever we could and we ran first to Mogadishu. There she begged and borrowed money to find a way for anyone to take us to Europe as refugees to seek asylum. Yes, they took us. A long and hard journey it was, through the deserts, through the fires.
They killed monks and nuns and everyone that were trying to escape from the clutches of the communists. And so this is a song, a story of how they crossed over these Himalayan mountains in search of freedom, following His Holiness the Dalai Lama. Si Bekangri Sechen Kala Pabe Shopa Suimilam Kamla Kilsung Karilusung Suilham Chung Lungi Kilsung Karilusung Kangri Geduila Kowe Kangri Payul Payul Sadhu Kawa Chardu Josung Charchu Mila Kilsung Pama Punje Ningne Tenjung Yula Lona Samchung Payu Sadhu Kawa Chardu Josung Charchu Mila Kilsung Pama Punche Ningne Tenjung.
With this heartbreakingly beautiful song, we want to give thanks to all of our elders for their courage, for their resilience, for keeping the traditions despite all of the suffering and struggles. We want to give thanks to our youth who have had to flee their lands for speaking their own language, whether it be in Tibet, in Kurdistan, in Palestine who are locked into a prison in their own homes if they are not thrown into prison outside. Together, the Home for Humanity family comes together around this fire as this year ends and a new year begins, to give thanks and to start a new era. I invite Alexander Schiffer, the co-founder of Home for Humanity. I invite our adopted children, Jihan from Kurdistan and Eda Elif Tibet from Turkey, filmmakers and photographers, change makers. I invite Renata Killer, artist and filmmaker from Switzerland. And together around our family fire, we say, we are the change. We are the hope.
We are the change. We are the hope.
Hot yellow!